kind you find in a secondhand store. Raspberry beret. And if there was more, she wouldn't wear much more. Raspberry beret. I think I love her. Rain sounds so cool when it hits the bottom roof, and the horses wonder who you are. 1,000 times seen and the lightning sees and make you feel like a movie star. Dig it. They say the first time ain't the greatest, but I'll tell you, if I had a chance to do it all again, wouldn't change a stroke. 'Cause baby, you're the finest girl that I have ever been. I guess with. Oh, rats. See, I'm having these overcast days today. What's up, y'all? And the sun is out, the clouds, and it's doing just a little bit of sprinkling. But it can't stop my stroll. Gotta keep the exercise up, and one of these days I'm going to incorporate some crunches. I swear. One of these days I'm going to incorporate some crunches. So, by the way, thank y'all for chiming in during your lunchtime. I know this is lunch. I'm sorry, let me start over. Thank you for coming in on your lunch break to hear what I have to say, or to listen to me share my opinions about, I guess, topics in the news or things that's on my mind. As always, a lot going on in the news. I try to blend it up a little bit. So a little raindrops never hurt anybody. Hell, if it just started out raining, I wouldn't care, because it's all right. A little rain and a little sun never hurt nobody. I'm still getting my melanated glow on, though. So that's cool. And just trying to... And it's a little cool breeze, too, so it's going to be all right for walking and jogging today. So, on this, September 16th, 2020. Man, who would have thought? 2020. And it's almost over. We've just been peacefully pandemic. I know y'all been hearing all kinds of information about the pandemic and all of that. Whether it's real or not real, but, it is what it is. Until we get a definitive answer on what's really going on. So, we're just peacefully pandemic, and as I say, stay out the way. That's what I do. I just stay out the way. I'm making it to my little spot here where I don't have to hear cars rolling by and messing up my flow. But also, if you haven't already, you didn't know, my short story is out, is ready for purchase. It'll be purchased on PDF, in PDF format, meaning you hit me with the $10 Cash App and send me an email. I'll email you the story. And the story is it's called, the title of it is The Greatest Pain I've Ever Felt, the conversation I had with my absent father who did not want to be found. And so I may put my shades on in a minute. But, and it just goes about when I first found out about him at 22 years old and how he really didn't want to meet me, had no plans of meeting me, had no intention of ever being dad to me. So, but I needed something from him, that is just to see him in person. So that's why I pursued it. And the story takes you through all of it. So if you haven't already, hit your boy on the Cash App or the PayPal, $10 with an email address, and I can email it to you as soon as I receive your payment. So it's called The Greatest Pain Ever Felt. It's a continuation of the conversation in America, but more specifically the black community, as it relates to fatherlessness or the importance of having fathers and and the not so great things about single motherhood. Let me put my shades on now. The sun is coming. Paulie Paul, what's up, my man? Welcome, brother. And so, if you have not picked up your, I'll call it your copy, but yeah, pick it up, get at me. You know, if you check my Facebook page here, it's on there. Both cash apps, hit me and I will email it to you. So, and spread the word, because we need to have, I'm hoping that amongst us we can continue that conversation about the importance of fathers, and those of you who are in your children's lives from birth, to high school graduation, to college graduation. You know, kudos, because daughters need their dads just as much as sons do. But we need more dads in sons' lives. Y'all see the evidence of it well. Anyway, that's what I'm hoping to bring, that conversation with the short story that I wrote. We'll bring more honesty to that conversation. Because right now, all we get to hear people say is, you know, we need fathers. These fathers need to quit leaving their families. You know, that weird ass narrative. I've never known a husband to just flat out leave his family, but I've grown up to know that dudes who just banging out chicks, and the chicks let them get them pregnant, then it's not a family. They're just two people fucking. And so stop calling that a family, people, please. That's not a family. I wasn't produced by a family. And most black kids, 76% of black kids are not produced by a family. They're produced by two young people, or just two drunk people, or two people doing some weird and freaky shit. And then she decides to have a baby out of a weird ass situation. That's not a family. So I wish we would, whenever you hear women say this, and simp ass beta male black dudes, these men need to quit leaving their families. Look at the numbers. Husbands do not leave, again, husbands do not leave their families at nearly any rate that a single man who just banging out the chick does. So I need us to correct that narrative or do away with it, because they love to say every woman wants to believe that every child that came out of her vagina was by a family. It wasn't. Yeah, if you black, you already know that, but you know, women don't ever like to tell the truth about their fuckery. They like to wipe the slate clean as if they've done nothing wrong. And every other black girl, even as we speak right now, getting a box banged out and something, and then she gonna allow this box banging to produce a child. And then all of a sudden, when he left his child who even said he wanted a kid. I need us to stop that shit too. Just because a dude is fucking you doesn't mean he wants a baby. I know every chick I've had sex with, I didn't want no kid. I just wanted the climax, the ejaculation, or some people may say the nut. And then here go the women that's over 30 that got a master, that got a degree. Well, you know, when you have sex, that's what causes a baby to be born when you have sex. Kill that bullshit. It's not that cut and dry. And number two is 2020. Nobody should be getting pregnant just because they're having sex in 2020. It's 2020, not 1820. So that's another excuse that we allow women to put out there and beta male simp ass dude. Well, if you lay down there, you need to think, no, that's not how it works. Y'all need to stop putting this on boys. It's her body. When she wants to have an abortion, my body, my choice. But when she wants to keep a man, well, he was there. He needs to take care of it too. See, that's bullshit. And so, but anyway, hopefully the story that I'm bringing forth, Mary Max, that you good? Hey. So hopefully, we'll change that kind of backwards or lopsided or weird ass narrative. You know, we have to have everybody take responsibility. I heard a guy say, you know, some dude say on Memphis Talk Radio, weird. Well, you know, these guys be manipulating these women. These boys be manipulating these girls. You know, and unless they are drugged or mentally ill or slow and all this shit, Now, everybody do what they want to do, but thing is, sweetheart, it's your body. Y'all tell your teenage daughters. Y'all know y'all teenage daughters be hot for these little dudes. And little dudes ready for them to be hot for them so they can lay their pimping on them. They want it. Just because they want it, young ladies, don't mean you have to get pregnant. But a lot of girls want to get pregnant because they want his blue eyes. They want his light skin. They want his curly hair. They want his money. So how come we don't ever factor that in and why these babies are being brought here? Not because they want the damn children. Or because they just ignorant. Because they know the government is going to be there to serve as a subsidy for them, a backup. That's why a lot of these black kids are being born, not because anybody wants them, because they know there's a payment involved. That's why I try to teach guys, value your sperm, be respectful of your sperm and your body, and stop putting children in harm's way. Because every time you just have sex with these people that's not your wife, or the woman you've been living with the past 4 years or 5 years, you have potentially putting your child in jeopardy. So let's cut that out. So if you haven't picked up the book, PDF, do it today. I got to tomorrow, it's cool. Hit me on the Cash App, either one, $ Blackmanmojo, or PayPal, Rico Rivers. Hit me with an email and I'll email you the PDF file. All right? So, and again, thank you for joining me during your lunch break. Let's do this. My first topic was Cardi B. Officially, I want to talk about it. Cardi B's filing for divorce after 3 years of marriage to her husband, rapper, part of the Migos, Offset. I think Stevie Wonder did this when he went on that stage and proposed to her. Is this shit serious? I think Stevie Wonder even tipped at his shades to see if this shit... We all saw that this was a train wreck. And first of all, now everybody want to blame him because of his cheating. And I was listening to the Impressive Channel. Well, she says, "Hello, welcome to the Impressive Channel." And she said some shit like, well, Cardi knew that Offset was not disciplined, or he had the morality to not cheat on her, nor did he possess the morality to cheat on her. I said, isn't that something? So the woman has no responsibility for who she chooses, huh? Now, I don't know about his morality. I guess him cheating on his wife would dictate some flaw in his morality, but how dare you? This broad knew he had 3 baby mamas and knew he was going back screwing at least one of them before they got married. Before they got married, he was cheating. Then when they got married, he was caught up in this summer bunny chick. He was cheating. So how in the hell did all boys the fingers get pointed at him for being the one who's ruined the marriage? No. She decided to marry a philanderer, a cheater, allegedly. That's what she wanted. So all of a sudden now she wants to claim victim. Or wait a minute, I don't even know if she's outwardly claiming victim. Other people are trying to make her a victim. It's just the automatic thing to do. If a relationship break up, automatically the man has something to do with it. What did he do? He cheated. He did this. He must have beat her or something. They just act like women cannot ruin relationships. That's weird too. We have to change that damn narrative. And so they're breaking up. And so here's the part that's certainly not shocking. This heifer wants legal and primary or sole custody of the child. She wants him to pay her child support. And she wants spousal support. And he's contesting the divorce. Now, y'all process that. If it was that bad or was that horrible, why is he contesting? See, that goes into the numbers of the percentage of marriages. 6%, 7% of marriages end in divorce. 80% of the marriages are initiated by the women. And we just want to believe that, oh my God, there were irreconcilable differences. He wasn't this, he wasn't that. But what it comes down to is systematic, it's monetary. Now, she makes just as much money as he does. So why the hell does she need child support? Why the hell does she need spousal support? When it probably come out that she makes probably more than he makes. Y'all understand how this works, fellas? I don't even think people are even capable of love anymore. And consideration. Now so not only do you want to divorce him, you want him to disappear. You want to take the child, take his money, his resources, and go on and then make some more songs about how fabulous you are, you retarded tramp. And like in your song, you say you had that wet ass pussy and I don't cook and clean. Well, maybe you should have cooked and cleaned. How about that, Cardi? See how stupid you sound? That dumbass song you put out there, which it is what it is. Now you probably knew all the time that you were getting. She's probably getting a divorce and preparing for it then. But all of a sudden now, you're telling these young single women who probably don't stand a chance of finding a husband if they follow your lead. Tattoos, bought booty, bought nose, bought teeth, bought everything. But one thing you couldn't buy is class and personality. Appropriate personality. You couldn't buy class. That's one thing. You couldn't buy home training. You couldn't buy dignity. But you bought everything outwardly. And you tattooed that up. So, and there's other young women out here, unsuspecting young women who are looking at this as entertainment. Well, if they follow your lead, they probably even make it down to the aisle. They'll be baby mamas before they become wives. Because that's what this rap game is about. That's what a lot of these movies are about. And a lot of young women are cheating themselves by... Now, I can understand listening to the music. But see, these young impressionable minds, they're taking it like it's the gospel. Some young lady on a blog, I think I was on Fuck Child Support. Shout out to Lionel Palmer. She was saying, well, these guys out here, well, first she said, well, she ain't pressed. And I had to inform her, yes, she is, Cardi B is pressed about all of it. Because she's asking for child support, spousal support, and so, because she's pressed, all right. Well, y'all guys, the young woman responds to me, well, y'all guys, y'all know y'all be looking for that WAP. I'm like, you stupid heifer. I just told her, you know what? Enjoy your day, ma'am. See how they buy into that shit? I don't think, and then the song is not really accurate. Yeah, they put out wet ass pussy, but the actual pussy that men like is tight ass pussy. See, if you having sex with a chick with extra wet ass pussy, it's just all slippery and wide and all over the place. Let's tell the truth about this. Some of them just wet like it's like, damn, what is this? What's going on? Shit dripping everywhere and you lose grip and shit. This shit just wet all up. The guys actually like tight ass pussy. So y'all, where's a song about that? Them little tramps can't make a song like that. And then the little lyric in her song, what you're talking about, he putting it down her throat with it wiggles that thing. I guess that didn't work either, huh, Cardi? See, you put all these silly ass messages that you can't even live up to. So I wonder how young women are thinking about that now. I'll tell you what a lot of them are thinking about, and not just young, over 30. They're defending her like he did something to her. So, good luck, Offset. Get yourself together, brother. Or you're going to end up like Future. All your money going to child support like a dumbass. You're bad enough, you already got 2 or 3 baby mamas. And Future does the same thing. He go back and dips in the baby mama pool. And it's the weirdest shit. But when you don't have education, when you don't have home training, that's how you behave. You behave like some kind of stud in a stud farm off a plantation. Just right here doling out your ding-a-ling. Because you never ever achieved manhood. It's stupid. Well, I guess they say if you got it. But no, it's dumb. That's not good. That's not good fiscal or financial sense at all. Because he's young, what is he, 36 or something now? He's going into that 40 years old with newborns. 8 or 9 of them, dumbass, just and still paying money into his 60s to children. Can't nobody talk to him. So Offset, get yourself together. Fight as hard as you can in court to get split custody of your child. And you be there for all 3 or all 4 of them or whatever you got. And grow up. And get yourself together. Become a man. Cut the bullshit. Because see, it's funny how y'all guys are allowed to play like kids around these relationships. Y'all so slow. Y'all know these chicks will let y'all play in these relationships. But then when at the end of it come, they flip that switch on your ass, and then they show you the legal arm of their team. You don't have no legal arm. You don't have a legal arm. So now you're out here looking crazy. That's how a lot of these dudes who don't have Offset money or Offset's profile. These are Hollywood or entertainer types with millions of dollars. Think of these average dudes out here with 2 and 3 and 4 baby mamas with not a quarter in the bank. All they have is peanuts in their zipper. That's why they dumbasses around here buried. Everything is cool while you're around here swanging your dangalang everywhere. But then these chicks put the legalities on your dumb ass. All of a sudden, man, these hoes around here, man, these bitches ain't shit, man. They fuck these hoes, man. No, that's your problem. You fucked all them hoes, dude. Your little broke self. Should have went somewhere and got a mentor, a man to teach you where your actual value lies. That's up here and up here, not belt buckling below. But too many black boys are taught opposite, and not just by men, mainly by the women who raised them. Y'all see these videos. I just saw a video today. You got 2 little 8-year-olds with a handful of wands, and somebody's videotaping them throwing wands at a grown-up female stripper. So who's sexualizing black boys at 6 years old and 4 years old and 8 years old and 9 years old? It's not the men. It goes back to that single motherhood. Y'all seen the videos like I've seen them. Don't pretend you haven't. That little boy that licked the woman on her booty cheek. Y'all, it's all that. It's crazy. Then what about last summer when a woman threw a birthday party for an 11-year-old, had grown-ass 20-something, 30-year-old strippers up in there with her son. See? And they think that's manhood. Now, let me say this. When men did it, when fathers do it, they say, son, you know when you get about 16, 17, 16 years old, son, you got your dick wet, son? They turn into Goofy in the Disneyland cartoon. You know damn well, dad knows. Then it becomes a father-son bonding moment, so when he gets 18 years old, 18, listen, 18, take him to the strip club, or some dads even hired their 18-year-old sons a straight-up prostitute to get him in. I'm just saying, they didn't do what these single mamas do, have them around there hunching on grown women's booty, and buying them strippers at 11 years old and 9 years old, throwing money and shit up there. Y'all see what I'm talking about? We wonder how young boys get sexualized early. It's not usually about the men, unless you got some little thug boyfriend that's not the father of the child. He around there letting them smoke blunts and pulling a gat out of his pamper at a year old. Yeah, take this, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Y'all seen that video? Look, the evidence is out there. There's bad behavior in our community. That's what's going on. And so, Offset, what you do now after she ran your ass through the courts and make you look like a deadbeat dad or a horrible husband, when people who are thinking like me know damn well that goes both ways, because she wasn't shit either. Because I can say to you, if I thought you had a good enough sense to understand what I'm saying, why would you marry something like that? Why would you even marry something like that? But for me to ask the question, that would imply that I don't understand how 2 jackasses get together. Jackass married a jackass. So yeah, not like you're just a better person. You married who and what you are. So you two were meant to be together, dumbass and dumber ass. So enjoy your legalities, brother, because she gonna put you through it. That's what the system is. That's why the system is set up. That's why women don't be tripping. They'll date you, they get mad at you, they can call their daddy the system to fuck you over. just like that. And so this marriage thing, for everybody who's gotten it right, continue to hold what you got, continue to have conversations with each other, and y'all continue to, say, hey, we still good? If not, let me know. I can get my ass on up out of here. If not, keep it going for the sake of the children and for the sake of each other. If you're not happy, don't stay there for the children, because the children going to pick up on that. But marriage is being viewed as overrated. And those who are able to make it through, cool. I'm for it. I am for marriage. But people who know how to do it. But, we have to also be honest that people aren't in love like they used to be. And I kick myself all the time. God damn. I'm around here messing around in the 90s. Those were my marrying years. But I was too busy in the community, being the black guy, speaking up for the people against the man and the system and the Negro preachers and the punk-ass politicians. And then I hit the clubs, I was drinking and stuff, and I missed out. Even in college, I had at least two good prospects in college. Wasn't ready mentally for anything like that. And those two went on, and they've been married for years. They found their husbands, and I'm glad for them. We have to understand what our marrying years are. Our marrying years aren't in our 30s. Our marrying years are our early 20s, when we still have all our faculties and have all our youth and strength, particularly women. Your marrying years is not after you get over 30 and you've done all the dumb shit. Now, a lot of you have gotten lucky, but if you want a high value, shout out to Kevin Samuels, high value, brother, your youth and your beauty are your assets. Not turn around and showing your ass all through your 20s. So y'all, these young women out here, those who aspire to be married. Because this shit about, well, I'm going to get my career, I'm going to get my law degree, I'm going to get my PhD, then I'm going to find me a husband at 34 years old. Dude, don't want your muck ass. You won't shut up, not very feminine, not too agreeable, and at that time, no, it's just not happening. So, and guys, for you, 30 and up, because at that time you've gotten yourself together financially, educationally, you've gotten some sense. So 30 and up, 32, 33, get you a cute little 24, 25-year-old, boom, and make it happen. But we're not teaching that in our community. People are so weird out here, they're having the children. I don't just want the marriage, but you'll have a baby? That's a bigger responsibility than a marriage. It's weird. And I'm not coming from perfection, a place of perfection, just coming from a place of practice. So, anyway, enough of those two dodos. May they get it right the next time they get married. Should they know who to other people? But I think baby girl just want to be single because she want to ride high on that wet-ass pussy fame these last 6 minutes of that. And I think he's ready to get back with the Migos and make some more music. And then go on back to being separate celebrities and superstars. Because this pandemic is claiming a whole lot of relationships. And those who survived the pandemic, hey, now you have a solid relationship. Let me see, hold on, let me take my shades off here because it's not to my son. So what's going on? Miss Kimmy said, no, I married in my 20s. It was the worst mistake. My 30s is much better, maybe because I had experienced so much. You might be correct. And I do understand, Kimmy, Miss Kimmy, that cuzzo, you're right, that can't happen. And but we're teaching now the young ladies, if they're taught early, they say what they're saying in high school and in college they want to be married. But there's a practice and behavior that comes with that. And if young women haven't been taught to like men and value men, or even most importantly, value themselves and understand what they need to be doing, those kind of mistakes can be made. And so you just, if you're lucky enough to get a second chance at it in your 30s. And there's some women who get married at 40 and 50. Those are different levels. I guess I'm talking about when it's time for raising a family. It should be younger women, older men with resources. And that's the responsibility guys should have. You're going to be an older guy messing with a younger woman, have some resources. But of course, in your 30s, I guess women should have some resources. Shouldn't be no like broke chicks around here in their 30s. But there are. But then again, if she's broke, if she's fine, dudes don't care. That's one thing about men. We don't give a shit as long as you're fine. And that's why I said, women, your worth is your youth and your beauty. If you're not in your 20s, be a cute, a succulent 30-year-old to a 45-year-old man. Or a 40-year-old man. Because you'll be his little cute little chippy. If you're 35 to 40 years old, be a sexy little something for a 50-year-old man. Yeah, that's how that works. You still be the young cutie in that relationship. That's how that works. But whatever everyone decides to land in, I hope it works for you. And I know it takes work. Probably why I've avoided it. I'll pass. I'll live vicariously through everybody else. So it's cool. Being single is not a sin. I'm telling you, from the stuff I've seen over the years, like shit, I dodged a bullet. But of course, people say, Rico, it doesn't mean that it have to happen for you. Well, I understand eras, I understand decades, I understand sign of the times. And again, when I said just like 10 minutes ago, damn, I missed out on Ms. Rico in the 90s. So in the 90s, black folks officially still liked each other. We were still attracted to each other for racial and spiritual. We really liked each other as a group. But as the 2000s came upon us, 99, 2000s, stuff started changing. The music started changing, or it's already been changing, but the movies and then the rise of feminism started changing. Then they started throwing other stuff into the mix. And guys who are considered, extremely conscious, all that, during this era of multiculturalism and diversity, oh, he sound like he don't like white people, and all that shit. So, and whatever the reason is, and other reasons, we can all individually define what they are, I guess, so it's enough to go around for everybody to put something in the pot. But I can tell, I said, well, whew, I'll just relax and just do my thing and just continue to, not just work on me, but continue to build and enjoy life. It's cool. Rico, you aren't afraid you're gonna die alone? No, because I have money. I have a cute little 50-year-old nurse when I'm 80. And probably a cute little 40-year-old nurse. She'll give me the sponge baths. It'll be fine. That's what it's about. Just as long as you have some money, you will not be alone. And please don't say, well, you don't want her to genuinely love you? Well, that shit went out in the early 2000s, that genuinely love shit. Now people are marrying for, especially specifically for monetary security and status. Hence the Andrew Gilliam thing. His wife got with him because of status and security. And it takes me to my next topic. Andrew Gilliam, I've been reading social media and people are saying, well, this is one particular article that I saw. I've been hearing other articles, but this is the one that I guess stood out the most. Some sister going to put up in what's called HBCU United, Alumni United. It's got like over 70,000 black folks who've attended HBCUs, about 78 last time I checked, 78,000 folks. She put up here, she posted the interview with Andrew Gilliam and Tamron Hall. And then, but she wrote above it that the black community we should be supporting Andrew Gilliam. It's not about his sexuality. It's about him being a black man and blah, 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 and blah, and blah, blah. And I said, here we go with this shit. And I promptly responded. I said, interesting. I find the author's opinion very suspect. Because the only reason she's really saying we should support him is because he's gay. And had that been a straight black man who was caught laying naked in his throw-up from having parted with a white female prostitute. And then pictures were taken and shown all over the world. She would have been the first one saying, cancel this dude. And I said all that to say this. It is a known fact that black women are the biggest or the mainest promoters of homosexuality in the black community. Every time looking around, you say something about a gay dude. How come he got to be all gay? Why are you saying that? Every time, it never fails. Who goes to gay clubs more than white women? Black women do. What are you doing in there if you're not gay, sister? You know, and sisters need to put that shit in check. They're always talking about down low black men. Girl, he gay, but y'all the main ones walking up in a club, 2 black women and 3 gay men in a damn club. And so, I just saw the hypocrisy, I believe, what is hypocrisy in her statement, and it's probably across the board, all over social media, and probably trying to, same sentiment that's going across the country. Black people need to support him. And it's not because of his sexuality, but it's interesting that black women have so much consideration for gay men, but then so much condemnation for straight men who cheat. How about we take it out all together, sisters, and say this son of a bitch cheated on his wife, period. No. You don't want the condemnation because he's a lying gay dude who he said he's going through depression. He was crushed by the loss. And he said in his interview he was when he was out, he was taken advantage of while he was out. Well, first of all that says is that's something you've been doing all the time, and he and his wife had what's called an understanding. Let's all understand that people who've been married a long time, 20 years plus, they have what's called an understanding. They have an understanding. Like Will and Jada had an understanding. RJ and Andrew Gilliam had an understanding in their long relationship. These 2 people messed up the understanding. Andrew Gilliam put him and his wife's understanding on blast when he said, I got too drunk. I'm going to get back to that. Jada Pinkett Smith put their understanding on blast when she got caught up in her entanglement with much younger August Alsina. See, I'm not stupid. I've been ignorant but never been stupid in my life. I have a particular understanding of worldly events or worldly behavior. And I know people do certain things. No, if y'all want to believe certain things were done, ask your grandparents who've been married over 46 years, or your parents, ask them about the first 15 years of their marriage. That's going to be a blur, and that's when they were showing their asses. But this RJ guy, the RJ, the wife, love and sex are they're on different spectrums. I just want to know that, that we understood. It was understanding and there was honesty in our initial understanding. She's like, look, I love him, but his sexuality doesn't define our marriage. We love each other. That's what she said. But she left out the part, I just hate this motherfucker. Went in there and got caught up, and guess what? We just go act like we don't know that he's also a snow queen. He prefers to be with white men. So what was he doing with this very black woman? How come he didn't have a white woman then go cheat with his white man? He likes white men, or he's multicultural. It was a Mexican dude on his way. If y'all go back and read the story, it was a 51-year-old Mexican dude, I think, who rented the room in that hotel room. He rented it. He was on his way to join the orgy. But when he got there, Andrew was already fucked up. The stripper was convulsing on crystal meth, and he had to call the police. But y'all want to know something else that's real weird about that? How come they were able to slide out the pictures of Andrew, but we don't have no pictures of the naked, convulsing, crystal meth OD'd ass white boy stripper? Prostitute. How come we don't have any pictures of him? So for those of you who say it was a political hit, I can agree with that. And then even go further, when he said I was taken advantage of while he was out. He said, I drank too much. I got too drunk. My system was found to be clean of drugs when I entered rehab. First of all, Andrew, in my 23, 24 years of me doing alcohol and drug education groups. Alcohol is a drug, Andrew. Alcohol is defined, a drug is defined in any mind and mood altering substance. It can be pill, crack, meth, cocaine, powder, anything, pill, whatever. So don't try to make it like alcohol is the lesser of two evils, goddamn it. It's all if you get too drunk, goddamn it, you even end up shooting people in both of their feet. Shout out to Tory Lanez. So, because he said, Tory Lanez in his apology to Megan Thee Stallion said, I got too drunk. Meaning, I do get drunk. Andrew saying, I do get drunk. I do hang out with my white prostitute friend. At first he said he didn't know him, but the white prostitute friend said, yeah, we've been knowing each other for quite a few years. So Andrew has been getting down with the white prostitute guy for years. And I guess he must be the bottom bitch, because or the bottom, because there was anal numbing cream, anal relaxing cream, semen, blood, and all of that found and throw up in the room. So he must be the look. He said I got too drunk. He didn't say this is not the first. This is something. Oh, I've never done this before. He never said that. He said I know, Tamara, you brought it up and want to ask the question whether I'm gay. No, I don't identify. He said I'm bisexual. I don't identify as gay or identify as bisexual. I'm not gay. Okay, I guess that's for the LGBTQP and all that stuff is going on. IA and but look, let them do them. So that sister gonna, put it out there. We need to support him because black women love homosexuals. But then you call a black man who disagrees with you gay as a word of condemnation, as to try to put him down. So make up your mind, sisters. If you like homosexual men or not, a lot of women, period, across racial lines have married knowing that the men were gay. Like RJ did. They knew. But she wanted that status and that financial security. What they won't do for love. They'll try everything and they won't give up. In their world is all they knew. Gotta think for your love, and it just won't do. I guess what they won't do. I can't think of the words. For gay love, they'll try everything. I'm trying to tell you this shit. I'm telling you this stuff. This is reality out here. People doing all kinds of shit just to have somebody. And trust you, y'all see RJ, she's not a looker. She's probably the best looking person that ever came to her and shot and set up the agreement. But anywho, I can go along with some of the theories. Maybe he set up, but I don't know. That Democratic Party, they know they got all kinds of switch hitters and main hitters, tops and bottoms, and Chaz Bonos and all kinds of shit in that Democratic Party. So that I don't know why people are just shocked who are liberals and Democrats. That's liberal. Anything goes. People are all allowed to have their spaces, which is fine. But what I don't like is anybody trying to tell me who I should be supporting because I'm black. There was a guy at a university I used to teach at in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Obviously, flaming gay dude. He's an administrator at the university, and we had that. It was a multicultural school, multiracial, mainly white school, and he's got his ass up there and talking about intersectionality and talking about gay rights and spaces, and then I'm like, okay, because it's an event called the black students at the university hold an annual event called Meet the Black Faculty, and I showed up one new, and so trying to meet the black faculty and all that, and all that shit. So I meet the students, and he worked in one of those some part of admissions or something for the students. as like an advisor, student advisor or something like that. I think he had an EDD, a doctorate in education. But anyway, he got up and said, yeah, we're talking about this, and there should be safe spaces for all of us. And I just want to say the silence of straight black men when it comes to the protection of gay blacks is deafening. And y'all should stand up and say something. And they just all looked, and I was like, you know what? I just got here. I said, I just got here. I'm not going to stand up and put this queer in a corner. Who the fuck, you know, and and that was the only reason, that's the only thing that kept me from standing up saying, hey man, you don't tell me what the fuck to do. I don't have to stand up for gays if I don't want to. And you can't shame me and shame me in my heterosexuality and my straightness. You can't make that be a shame for me, you son of a bitch. Why don't you stop taking it up the ass? You won't need no protection. Those are the words I wanted to say in that meeting. Then my ass would probably been fired that same damn day. I can't stand that very arrogant and bold people. You can't bully nobody into fucking with y'all. I don't have to if I don't want to. And I'm not going to protect you because you're sexual, you're bad. Let me tell you something about how backwards we are. Now, they put it public. I want rights because I like to eat dick as a man. I want rights because I like buzz cuts and eating pussy as a woman. But then, something like an Andrew Gilliam shit come up. Well, what people do in that bedroom is their own business. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But wait a minute now. They've made it public for years. Because of my sexuality and my sexual preference, I think I deserve special treatment and rights. But then when their ass something comes down on them, the straight blacks and others, well, you know, they shouldn't be judged on what they do in their bedroom because that's the privacy of their bedroom. Like, what kind of shit? They put their own bedroom public. Hell, I'm the public. I don't have to be appropriate. Whatever one puts into the public, goddammit, whatever the consequences or comments come, it is what it is. So that kind of pisses me off. I don't like that. You don't tell me what I should be doing as a straight black man. I don't have to fuck with you. I choose which cause to get behind. I choose it. You don't tell me what the fuck to do. And that's for anybody that's LGBTQ, peers, and pedosexual pedophile. Y'all can't tell motherfuckers who to support and why we should be, or try to shame us into supporting your bullshit. Because can't nobody articulate to me what the hell gay rights are. Because I've been reading history. I've been reading history since 7th grade history class. And the Constitution comes up. Everybody is under the Constitution, well, except for black folks. But then, everybody who missed out on the Constitution got under the civil rights. So, black gays, what are y'all talking about? White gays, what are y'all talking about? Y'all especially. So it lets me know that it's evident that they wanted civil rights because of their sexual behavior, not because of no damn humanity. That's what the Constitution is for, what the civil rights were for. They wanted it because, and it's the slickest move on the planet, I can't knock them, knock their hustle, but they convinced people to actually, the Supreme Court, everybody to give them rights based on their bedroom activity. And our rights weren't given to us based on our bedroom activities, based on our own humanity as people. So I like, you know, damn all that. That's why I don't take the LGBT shit seriously. I will not be intimidated by that shit. Fire me, goddammit. Yeah. If you can. No, you can't shame me in the public about that crap. You can't. Well, what about their human beings too? Nobody's questioning their humanity. I'm questioning you bullying people. Stop bullying people. Nobody cares about you, what you do in your bedroom, but don't make it public. If you make it public, people can't comment on it. You around here snapping your finger and wave your arms and yes, auntie, yes, bitch. Motherfuckers can roll their eyes at you if they don't like it, if they want to. Motherfuckers can suck their teeth or roll their eyes. Just some bullshit. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do. You can't make nobody get down with that shit. Now, of course, this will be said, oh my God, he's gay bashing. I'm not gay bashing. I'm telling the goddamn truth. I'm saying a lot of people don't think they're man enough or woman enough they can say it out loud. And that's the problem I have. You say everything else, goddammit, say something about their ass, because they're out of order. But there are a lot of dignified gay folks out there, and they have no problems nowhere in society. A lot of dignified, self-respecting, and they don't have any problems. These bullies, I call the gay mafia out there, fucking with people. trying to get what they want by bullying because they've been successful in manipulating the society and to what I call do a bunch of piling up on or ganging up on anybody who dares say anything that they don't like. But I can't get people to stop saying nigga in rap music and movies or nothing else. So that's why I don't take this shit seriously. Until we take ourselves seriously, don't ask me to take nobody else seriously. I can't. This shit is stupid. So that's my Andrew Gilliam. I think I had, oh yeah, my third one, y'all, is this Breonna Taylor. Now, I'm sure y'all been reading about Breonna Taylor getting, her family getting $12 million settlement. I'm like, well, goddamn, that was quick. That was quick. Now, the other murders of black men, unarmed black men, and hell, I think even the Sandra Bland thing was quick. But everybody else, it takes like 2 to 3 years on average for them to even admit that they did anything wrong. And none of these people have been arrested. None of these people have been charged nothing. And they giving these people $12 million. I'm going to tell y'all, some of these blogs will call it hush money. It's not me talking. I'm telling you what the blogs and people say on their Facebook posts. They're calling it hush money. And I've always said that, you know, a lot of these families, knowing the ones that the cops murder, you know, out in these streets and behaving badly and get entangled with the cops and they die and hell, it's a payoff. But it's something about this Breonna Taylor thing when you got Oprah and all these and Beyonce, all these people just coming out. But you hear none of these folks when the other brothers were just murdered. You know, Oprah came out, put on a cover magazine, I think Vogue, all these, I mean, everybody. I was like, whoa, this is, we just act like we just totally surpassed George Floyd, something that we saw. See, what I'm on is things that we saw. We can go on what was reported with these women, even with Sandra Bland. Well, reported. Now, we saw George Floyd get murdered. We saw Ahmaud Arbery get shot. We saw the video of 12-year-old Tamir Rice being shot. Cop didn't open the door good and blew the 12-year-old boy's brains out. We saw all of this shit. We saw Philando Castillo. We saw Eric Garner be choked out. But all these other people is reported. The reported people seem to be taken front and center, and this shit is crazy. So is this a gender thing that I'm making? Well, I'm just telling y'all what I see. And I think there's something suspicious and very suspect about that $12 million payoff. Other families been getting like 1.2 and maybe 3.5. I'm trying to say, who got higher than that? 12 million, just straight up, no problems. Yeah, you know, I have an Aquarius mind. I'm inquisitive. I don't take things from when I see it. I have to look at it again and say, huh? And then I have to remember historical records and say, well, let me compare this to this. Something's not right. And I mean, so what is it about this Breonna case that got everybody just going just gaga? And I'm not saying that the sisters don't deserve to be like investigated like anybody else. I'm just telling you the impact of it for me. See, me hearing about the report, me seeing the murder as opposed to hearing about it is a different thing. And we're going to have to be honest and say the impact in one's psyche and what takes more precedent over the other, it does occur when you see it. Psychologically, you see it and it's there. Now, the other stuff, we've been drummed into it, drummed and drummed. Yeah, Breonna, they walked in, they killed her. Guess what? The same thing happened to Fred Hampton. They literally walked in there and stood over here and emptied the guns in Fred Hampton's body. Breonna, her boyfriend, was having a shootout with them. And she got killed. And they're trying to make it seem like they got her up and lined her up against the wall, and they all did like a firing squad and shot the girl up. But also, it's almost like we're not allowed. Mary Mack said Korean Gaines family received $36 million? Damn. Okay. Yeah, Korean Gaines. And that brother jumped out the window. He said, no, I don't want that smoke. And she wouldn't let him take her son, take the little boy with him. So he said, fuck that. They called him a coward because he didn't lay there and get killed when he had all the opportunity to save herself and save their child. So if you read the whole story with all that stuff, so I'm just saying, that looks very suspect. And it was so quick. Very quick. What is it that they have on the cops? So, and I saw Tamika Mallory and the rest of them still doing press conferences saying, well, okay, that's cool, but we still need them arrested. I think the $12 million was the money that's not going to guarantee no damn arrest. They done paid you off, and you still want somebody arrested? Are we that slow? I don't think there's going to be an arrest. They paid you, people. Y'all said, well, fuck, okay. Y'all admitted some wrongdoing or just paid the money. I didn't think they admitted to any wrongdoing. They just paid the people. So I'm going to wait and check and continue to watch this and see if anybody's actually going to be arrested. You done gave these people $12 million and they talking about, well, we still want somebody arrested. It's the cops. Hell, in the OJ, he went to court, went all of that, and found not guilty, and they still did a civil lawsuit, and them folks still, and he won, not guilty. Those same courts turned around and let the people sue him civilly, saying that he was somehow responsible, and I was so happy that he had an ironclad retirement fund that the Goldmans could not touch. And that other families, two families, the Goldmans really was mad at OJ. I'm glad. I was like, man, whatever athlete is out there, y'all need to talk to OJ about how to protect your money just in the case of bullshit popping off. And they try to sue you civilly. They can't touch the man money. They wanted him to be out in the street with a can in his hand begging for change. OJ like, man, y'all got the game wrong. I got some white guys to put this shit together. Ironclad. And so OJ's been getting about, what, $10,000 a month or something since then, and they put him in jail them little 3-4 years. He came out with about $3.1 million stacked up waiting on him. I know they sick. Now if he just continue to shut his mouth and play golf in Florida, stay away from the little white girls, but I know he can't because he's a truly an Oreo brother. He ain't gonna be able to stay away from the white women. Or just be an old guy and just age gracefully and go on. He'll be all right, and let those ghosts continue to haunt his ass, and whatever they are. The demons continue to pick at his damn dreams. He'll be fine. So, yeah, I'm just gonna sit down and wait for more information on this Breonna Taylor thing. And it's funny that people don't want to talk about, I guess, stuff that led up to her, because there's nothing that could excuse that, but people talk about, well, George Floyd was a drug addict, and he brought that on himself and all that shit, but can't talk about what she brought on herself with her extensive dating her dating history of dating mainly dope boys and drug dealers. Because we all say, well, what we do leads up to stuff that happens to us, but in her case, no, we don't want to talk about that. People have been bringing it up, and it's been really upsetting people. Well, it happens to the guys, and it can happen. It's done to the guys. Man, I mean, they even take breaths talking about Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd. I mean, he was this, he did that, they did that, he should have done that, he did this, and this is what led up to it. He should have turned around. Even Jacob Blake, he should have turned around and gave his hands up. That probably would have stopped him from being shot. I'm one of those like, damn, dude, why didn't you turn around? And he's a rapist. He's a this. He beat women. So guess what? It's Breonna Taylor's turn to get examined. Her past relationships and everything that led up to her house being shot up. That is kind of strange. Even no knock or whatever. Why was her house even eyed? Why was her house even a object of attention for the police? Let's ask those questions. But she got the money now. It is what it is. Her family, got the money now. And I think after a month or next couple of weeks, they're going to move on. They don't want no more of that smoke. It's the so-called civil rights leader. I think the family, after they get the check in the next couple of weeks or so, they're going to move on. But they call them the race hustlers, like the the Al Sharpton and grooming, Tamika Mallory and all those folks. They're gonna want to keep it going because that adds more feather into their so-called civil rights activism caps. Because when one thing about poor families, when they get some relief, some money, they kind of like, we ain't just really fucked up about it. You know, it's bad as happened. We love her, but we got $12 million to split between us. This shit finna be different. I'm just saying, I know it's terrible, but it's like that. So, but one last thing I want to say, with the whole LeBron James and the LA County Sheriff coming at LeBron James about, you need to put up reward money. And then you got Candace Owens trying to blame LeBron James. I'd say it's very interesting. But see, I read all over the social media and just to see what people are saying and all the cool stuff. And someone said something that's really smart. He said, hey, Sheriff, LA County, why don't y'all ask Candace Owens to put up the $100,000 or put up some money on the reward? I said, that's a good idea, because I'm trying to see how the fuck LeBron James is responsible for any of that. LeBron James always said, we scared of the police. This big grown ass, we scared. Well, I walk out of the house, out of my mansion, my gated community, my multi-million dollars in my account, and my multiple business. I'm scared of the police. That's why I want him to shut all the way up. Just hush, LeBron. And turns out that it's actually possibly in LA County Mexican retaliation, allegedly, according to reports. I think I was reading where I think a Mexican child was shot, and one of the cops that was shot in the face in the car was one of them who's allegedly laughing at the situation of the child, and that kind of pissed off the Mexican community. I said, isn't that interesting? The cops shoot one of theirs, and they straighten their business up. The cops shoot an unarmed black man. The black gang members are still killing each other. Anyway, I'm walking here. Maybe if anybody would like to talk to me, press that video. I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna go running right away because it feels pretty nice out here, and I have my earplugs. If anybody would like to ask me anything right now, any questions, you want to come on the video, I can bring you on. Right now, press that little green button there at the bottom. This is your lunch period. If you can slip away into the hall, or you want to ask me a question or say, Rico, I don't agree with the fuck you just said, man. No, now this is a good time to do it. So I think there's a green button right there you can press if you like to come on video, if you can come on video right now. Let's have that little brief chat, that little conversation. I might have to sit down in the shade to answer you, to respond to you. So is there anybody who'd like to have this conversation? Whatever's on your mind, you'd like to share it with me or share it with those who are in attendance right now, press that little green button and come on in. I want to hear what you have to say. Let me see if I can add you to the conversation. Because those are all of my thoughts for the day. I wasn't going to come out, but like I need to. The days that you don't want to work out, those are the days you really should be out there working out. And so I'm still going to get my run on, but I want to give y'all a minute. If you want to come in and holler at your boy, press that little green button down there. Let me get some of this water out of Mary Max's jug here. Well, if you'd like to ask my opinion about something, okay, let's see who this is. Wait a minute, let me see. Let's see who this is. Hold on, let me see if I can invite you. Okay, Chris, let's see if we can get you in here, bro. Let's see if we can get you in here. Oh, it doesn't seem like it's adding you. Damn. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This is some bull. Hold on, let me try it again, brother. Damn. Doesn't seem like you want to work. So try it again. Somebody else try it. Now let me see. Who else? Chris. All right, so let's try somebody else. Let's try somebody else. Who else would like to try to get in? To ask me anything or to... and don't forget, y'all, I have my book. If you'd like a copy of it, it's called The Greatest Pain Ever Felt. It's talking about when I met my dad for the first time and he didn't really want to holler at your boy. You know, it's in PDF format, $10. Email me, cash out me $10. Send me an email and I'll send it to you. It's a pretty good read from what I've been told. And let's see, who else? And also I have a YouTube channel, Rico the Opinionist. So check me out on that as well. And let's see, who else would like to try to come in right now while you're having lunch? Would like to try to vibe with your boy. I'm sorry, Chris, it wouldn't do it with you, bro, for some reason. Let's see if there's anybody else. I think it's a little green button at the bottom there that you can press. Would ever like to come on and either ask me, like, hey, what's your opinion on this? What's your opinion on that? Or, Rico, man, I don't agree with none of this shit you just said, bro. I'm listening. I'm willing to hear what you have to say. Or open to hear what you have to say. Same thing, I guess. Okay. I'll give y'all a minute. Okay. Well, if there's nobody, I guess I won't hold you. Again, this is the time when you can ask Rico anything. I'm all ears. And let's see, please, peace and love. Hey, what's up, Nikisha? Been a minute. How are you? I'm inviting people on the live if they want to talk to me right now. I've shared quite a few opinions about a lot of things. Well, at least 3 topics, but it branched off into other stuff. So if you'd like to, Shayna Davis, how are you? So if you'd like to talk to me, there's a green button down at the bottom of I think your right side of your phone. Press that to get invited. And I'll try to press it and try to get you on. If you'd like to ask me anything. If not, check out the playback and support the live. You know what I'm saying? Got the Cash App and the PayPal up here. You hear me? So do I have anybody on here who'd like to vibe? Let me get some more water here while y'all make up your mind. Let's see. All right. All right, we'll have to try it again. All right, well, anyway, thank y'all so much, those of you who came and hung out with your boy. Thank you for sharing your lunch with me. Until tomorrow, I guess. Y'all be cool. Peace.